United Airlines grounded by ghost error? What just took off with our trust? August 6th, 2025, 9:32 a.m. Eastern Time. Across dozens of airports in the United States, something strange happened. Monitors glitched, boarding calls went silent, planes stopped moving. United Airlines had suddenly grounded every flight in the country, not due to weather, not security, not mechanical failure, but something hidden inside the code. They told passengers it was a glitch, but the screens didn't flicker, they went dark. And one plane never made it to the gate. It simply disappeared from the system. No one talked about that one. Flight 1487 was scheduled to depart Newark Liberty International at 10:15 a.m. Dozens of passengers had already boarded, parents with tired toddlers, a woman flying to her father's funeral, a tech executive headed to a conference in Austin. The weather was clear, the plane had passed inspections, the boarding was on time. Just another routine day in American air travel. Then, right before pushback, a gate agent screen froze. The cursor blinked once, then twice, and then all of United Airlines systems went offline. Inside airport terminals across the US, confusion spread like fog. Departure boards scrambled, flights vanished mid-scroll. Agents stared at unresponsive terminals. Some screens displayed manual override failed in red. At Houston's Bush Intercontinental, passengers were already on the runway when the pilot came over the intercom. "We've been instructed to hold position. System issue. Please remain seated." But something didn't sit right. Even emergency override procedures weren't working. Backup power didn't help. Wi-Fi routers weren't down. The software had just shut off. Security cameras showed planes being towed back, or with no pilots requesting it. Ground crews described hearing the intercom system click on, without anyone speaking. At Chicago O'Hare, one gate printed a boarding pass for a flight number that hadn't existed in over 17 years. Later that afternoon, United Airlines confirmed a failure in its weight and balance system, the software that ensures aircraft load distribution is safe for flight. Without it, planes can't legally or safely take off. It's a system few passengers know about, but every airline depends on. But engineers noted something strange. The software didn't crash due to overload or cyberattack. It stopped by command. It was as if a master user had logged in, paused every instance, and wiped the logs behind them. Investigators found one untraceable access signature dated 3 hours before the outage, from an IP address no longer in use, registered to a retired United maintenance worker who died in 2013. No malware, no ransomware, just a single script file titled restwings.final. Employees reported seeing strange boarding entries in the system, passenger names not in the manifest seat numbers assigned to rows that didn't exist, flight paths that led to unspecified. One flight, UA 1782, was marked as departed at 9:41 a.m., but it never left the ground. There were no calls from the cockpit, no passengers recorded on security, just one gate agent who said, "I printed one ticket, I swear." The man smiled. He looked wrong, pale. He said, "Glad to fly again." Then he walked into the jet bridge, but there was no plane. The jet bridge was empty, but the pressure sensors registered weight. By 11:58 a.m., systems were restored. United claimed the issue was resolved. No official report was made public, but 2 terminals kept flickering, and flight UA 1782, it's still listed in some airports as in air. No arrival, no cancellation, just flying forever. What if the systems that keep you safe are haunted by people who never left the sky? Would you board again, knowing someone else might already be in your seat? Subscribe for your next chilling W.